Hello everyone, and welcome back to Factory Town. In the last episode, we kind of made this mess, and we need to update or change this, because it is a mess. And I've come to realize that I made a silly mistake here with the chutes. I was having such issues with figuring out chutes. Like, this should be able to output onto a chute, which it can. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to delete this, all of this, okay? And we're going to put in, I need to redo a chute like this, okay? And what you got to do, actually the grabber is still there. Okay, so let's act like the grabber wasn't there, okay? Nothing would happen. So all you got to do is you got to go into B and then under logistics, and you got to put a grabber. Now grabbers, if you look at this, it says will pull specified items out of a building onto a belt or chute. Now, obviously, anything can be put on a belt, but only natural resources or things that like wood, cotton, stone, and the raw resources can be put on a chute. And chutes have to go downhill. And I think my issue that I was having is that they are directional. So if you start here and you go this way, they're going to want to go to the right. If you start this way and you want to go to the left, they're going to want to go to the left. So that's the issue that I was having here, because what I was doing is I was going like this to then drag it backwards to where the building is going to be. But you can't do that. You got to start where it's going to go, and you got to go towards it. And that made a lot more sense, because I'm like, why is this working? And here, as you see, when a grabber can only grab one item, there's nothing to filter, so it'll just automatically grab that. And chutes are obviously faster than belts, because you can see how much faster this is going. So, and plus chutes are a lot less expensive. So we're going to do this to here, and now it automatically puts a grabber because I started here. If I would try to go this way, it wouldn't come out, because this wants to go this way, if that makes sense to you guys. So I did a bit of tinkering with that, and that's fine. I think the only other one where there's a problem, it's not here. This one is doing it by itself. I guess that's it, but we have a bit of a mess here. And what I was trying to do in the beginning, obviously, was, I know I say obviously way too much, so I apologize for that. What I was trying to do here is to keep the general store, the food market, and the school along the town center all within the bubble. And in reality, as long as these things are within the bubble, I believe it'll still count, because the houses, as you see, this is connected to these three because they're highlighted. If you click on the food market, it's connected to these three plus this. And it doesn't matter where you move this to. Let's just move this, just for argument's sake. Let's pause it. As long as I can move it all the way out here if I want to. Or, sorry, all the way to here. But the problem is I need to connect it by a path, and it will still connect, if that makes sense. So what we need to do is we need to, like, move all of this stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move all of it. This actually can probably stay. This can, what is this? I'm just going to move, the town center can stay. I just want to move all of these things just to move them. We're going to have to redo everything, but that's fine. This can probably, the terrain, how does the terrain go? It kind of goes, hard to tell. And then the houses and all this, I want to move all of this as well. Now, houses don't cost any material, but I don't want to delete them because I think it ends up resetting them. So we're just going to put these here, and then we're going to redo everything, and we're going to do that this episode. We're going to do everything while it's paused, so that way we're not messing with anything. And as long as you don't delete something, the workers that are associated to it will still be associated to it, like this, okay? And same thing with the school. It doesn't matter as long as you don't. If you delete it, well, then you got to start over. And the reason why I want to kind of start over isn't the word. The reason why I want to redo this is to make it better. Because in the past, I don't think we get refunded the wood. We do not. But I want to get rid of all of this because this is not going to work for me right now. This may be okay. This I hate to get rid of all this, but the well, let's see, C or X, and X again. Okay, the well we can move. I love this well thing, by the way. And then we're going to delete all of this, all of this, all of this, all the way back to this. And I think I might even want to just move this up here. and then delete the chutes, delete all of this, and delete all this, and delete all of this. The bridge, so I'm losing all of this materials, but I just don't want to move every little piece of actually, let's do this as well. Move this all the way back to here. Okay, fair enough. Because I want to start automating things a bit more. What I actually still want to do is I want to move all the people over here. And just, I don't know what I'm going to need out of all this. So I want to move everybody over here. Everybody that we have working here. I want everybody to be moved over here. And now this may be a bit of a, look at everybody running. Maybe a bit of a, not a good thing. But I want to get everybody out of here. Now the people you could delete, but again, you're not going to get the resources back. And even though I just said, oh, if you move things, the people that are associated will stay, well, I just got rid of that. So that's kind of irrelevant at this point. Okay, everybody's moved, except this is not moved yet. And then I think that's everything. So the well, I want to move the well up here. And there we go. Okay, let's get that moved, and then we'll is there anything in this? We do, so I don't want to ruin that. Oh, you can't move storage buildings. Okay. Okay, so everybody's moved. I can go up here yet. Cool. So what we want to do is we have room for 14 houses. We only have 8 houses. Why do we only have 8 houses? We should get 14 houses, and I agree. Now, we do have a bit of uneven terrain up here. And I don't know what type of scaffolding we have. We have everything we need. Stone. Does not obstruct movement underneath it. Stackable with road shoes and other plants can be built. I don't know what the difference between this stone scaffold arch. So this says, I wonder if this does obstruct. Doesn't matter. I mean, our stocks are good. We got 1.8k red, 2.5k yellow, and now we can have one more town center, which we may start thinking about in a later episode. Like I don't know, maybe coming over here and this right here. This is the farming district, which might actually not be a bad idea already. Really. Because we have apples, we have cotton, we have carrots that are right here. We have a good chunk of wood. What's up here? Apple trees, no pear trees. That's herb, or herbs, I guess. And then cotton. So what we want to do is, how are we doing on manure? That is the question. Do we have any of that? Because one thing that's different in this update compared to before is, before the farms would only deplete your little tiles here. They would never regrow them. Now, they don't regrow them in the sense of being able to put fertilizer and water to them. So their yield is not as high. This yield is 20. These are new ones. The yield will be 20 because there's nothing added to it. That's where you come down here and you want to supply fertilizer and you want to supply water, which I think I was attempting to do. I just didn't do it, obviously. But I want to, first things first, this can stay here. And I want to put, this is where I don't think I have any, see, I don't have any fertilizer made. So this is a bit of a tricky thing. So this is going to stay here because what you got to do is you got to put the grain into the pasture. Nope. Into the food mill. So we can actually do this now. The grain can go via chute. And we're just going to come in here. You can't remove resources that way. Will this go through this? It will. So that grain's going to go into this. This is going to make animal feed. Okay. This is going to go here. Now this can't have a chute. It has to be a conveyor belt, which is fine. What did I just do? How did it just get moved? And that's going to go like that, and that's going to take the feed, and that's going to put it into here. And then we also have to have water. So we're going to grab one of our wells, which is here. Now I wonder if you could pipe this. Let's find out, because that would be an interesting question, if you can pipe this in or not. So the connector here would be like that, and this connector would be like this, and this would be a pipe going from here to here. Now this is going to be an output, and this is access to this is output. Okay, and does that work? Oh man, that's so awesome. Okay, that's automated. Awesome. And this is actually working already, and this is going to start making this. And what we can do here now, I don't know if a conveyor will, I don't know if it will output into a into a crate, which I actually want to put here. I'm going to redo this eventually. I don't know if you can do that to a crate. Will it put it into a... Will it do that? Oh, it does. That's so awesome. Okay, this is automated. Now, this isn't rolling. Oh, it's actually rolling just fine. We're getting what we need in. This is going right into this. Obviously, this could probably go faster. 1.5 per second. And this is 2 swings, so this is 0.75. This uses 1 and 2 in 2. So this should keep up. Cool. And I believe you can actually rename these things, which is kind of... Oh, that's just deleting. Should be able to rename by clicking on this, right? Can you not rename things? I thought you could rename them. What is this? This is just delete. It's just not what I want. Now here you can upgrade your pasture, which gives you a plus 0.5 per second, which is actually good. We're going to upgrade this. So now we're at 2 per second. And this is only 3-second cycle, so we're actually like 0.6 per second. And we're going to input, or output, sorry, into this crate. And, well, we're going to pause this because I think we have enough for what we need to do. And the problem, and the thing is, by even letting the game run while this is like this, nothing's going to happen. The only thing that's going to happen is the houses are going to lose their happiness. But we already achieved what level we need to get to for the next like population level. So this isn't going to go backwards. It's just not going to be generating coins. As you see, there's nothing here. The experience is just going to sit here. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to wait. Which is, oh, can you rename this one? I don't know what that hammer was for. Anyway, so that's doing that. And the reason why we want to get fertilizer, now this will store 20 and this will store 10, so we'll have 30 in total, is I want to put farm tiles in here. And I basically want to farm tile, and I'm out already, because I think it takes 2 each. And I do want to go in here and I want to remove resources, which can go to here. Oh, I actually have it there, whoops. That's okay. I want to remove these in the front. And anyone that's not inside this little window, this little box, which are these, I want these gone, and then there you go. How many do we have? We have another 20 ready to go. Because the reason why I'm doing it like this is I want to get this going, because these take 2 each. So I don't know how many we actually have left. I mean, it goes pretty quickly because it takes 2 per. And the good thing here is now, if you remember, this is at a yield of 30. This is at a yield of 30. I got to click on it. This is a yield of 30. This is at a yield of 40. And once we start putting water into this, which you know what we can do. You know what we can do to be a little bit sneaky here? Is we should be able to run a pipe from here, actually from here, into that, and then into that. Oh, it okay, I didn't know that. It looks like it automatically, if that's the case, then that's going to be money. Is this going to okay, that's another game changer. Automatically puts water in. What is the problem here? Oh, it's just going right to this. So maybe we don't actually have enough then to do. Well, what we can do is we don't have to mess around. We can just click this one, rotate, plop it here. And all we got to do is we got to grab our pipe. And we go like that. Let's see if we delete this one and we put a pipe here. Okay, so you still have to put the connector coming out, which is not a big deal. And this is just going to go to output. This is going to actually you just got to go into this and you just hit that. Now this is where we're talking goodness here. Because now, okay, so as I was saying, these yields of 30, the grain affinity, which just means, I think it's just how, this should probably go down. I'm guessing if that's what it means. Higher affinity for resources will cause to produce more. Because as you keep replenishing this without putting fertilizer down, you think it would kill off. But anyway, this is at 50%. It's because we have water. We have no fertilizer yet, which that is going to be, well, that's right here. But first thing I want to do is I want to get all these farm tiles laid out. I think I'm just going to go to here because what I want to do is I want to bring, oh, this should actually be, I could bring it across the front, but I kind of, excuse me, I kind of don't want to do that. So what we'll do, we'll just take a chute from this one and we'll just drag that this way. We'll delete this, and that, and then we'll go into B, and we got to get our or piping. I also want to mess with railroads too. That, and this is going to go like that. And then this is going to go by, and by. And then remove this resource, remove. And then here, what I want to do here is I want to grab this from a conveyor belt. We're going to drag it up. We're going to drag it over. Well, let me do it. No, you can only go 2 ways, which is fine. And there you go. Now, this is obviously slow. Now, I'm assuming the cloth conveyor belts, it doesn't tell you the speed, but these have to be faster. This has to be faster. This has to be faster yet, right? And then saying this is slow, medium, okay, etc. Cool. Now that while this is going slow, this is fine. Now I want to find a tile that has using fertilizer. Is it going in? Just want to find here. So now our yield goes from 20 to 50 to 60. So that's tripled your yield because of having it on a farm tile. And that's exactly what we want. Now the only problem is I want to put a couple more farm tile. Okay, that's good. And then I got to plant. You always got to remember, you always got to plant something. If there's nothing there, you got to plant it. And this is fine. And this will auto replenish. So as soon as this is taken out, yield of 60, there's always going to have water because we got this. This is so cool having these pipes. And then we got grabbers taking the grain out. This is going into this, which this is now full. This is full. Now again, this could go a lot faster probably, but we don't really need much faster. Because as long as this is keeping up with this, which eventually once this is fully saturated, why am I missing this one there? What? That's weird. Oh, it's because it's on a slope. It's on the slope. Let's just flatten down. Wait, what? Flatten down. What? Flatten down. What? Why is that not working? Oh, it's because, okay, I know why. It's because this is here. It won't do it if, okay, that's why. That's why. So you're going to flatten down now. It's going to, oh, it's because it's, shoot, okay. I hate to do this then, but I'm going to, because I want to get this last one here. Yeah, so if anything is it now, it's going to, now it'll work. There. So if anything's attached to it, it won't work. There we go. Let's add some. And you can plant everything. Now, before the way it used to work, I think, this might have been way in the past, is you had to, excuse me, you had to actually have the item in your inventory to plant it. Or you had to at least research it or something. I'm not exactly sure. And then the way that this also works, because we're here, let's talk about this, is every time it's replanted, it takes coin to do it. And this basically tells you the yellow coins, what everything you get from it. So like the cool things are like a crown is for 60, a berry cake 100, and then everything else satisfies various different things, obviously, which that helps you getting to your happiness level. But I just want to plant grain in here, and you can have as many things as you want on this, but as long as it keeps up, which we're keeping up just fine. This input's a bit slow for this. Excuse me. And this is, yeah, this can go slow way down because we're actually full. So until one of these needs to be made, this is going to eventually fill up and we're going to be perfectly fine. And this is just basically making fertilizer in a sense. Now, I do want to, while we're here, we're going to end the episode very soon. We're at 20 minutes. And I do want to look to see what research we can do. Ah, look at all this research. Kitchen, wooden railways. I want to almost mess with railways already, but I'm not really ready for that yet. A tailor would be good. A kitchen. Oh, I can't. I don't have 200. How much do I have? Oh, I have 9. So I should have maybe thought about that a bit better. But I want to start getting into where you can have buildings. Do we have anything like the pasture, forester, farm, crate? Ooh, a barn. A barn is what I want. A barn is what I want. I want to put a barn here. Okay, so how I got to do this is I can delete the... No, I don't want to remove block layer. I want to delete this. What? Oh, is it because it's full you can't delete it? What? That doesn't make any sense. You should be able to just delete it, right? Yeah, if you click on it and you hit delete. There we go. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. And we're going to remove some of this. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to put a barn in. Now, where was that? I think that should be under farming because it's like a barn. And this actually doesn't matter. The arrow just points to where the door is. So I want to put a conveyor belt going into here. So we did lose some, but that's okay. We're going to go to like that. And the barn is you can filter this because there's 4 slots. So you can close these. You should be able to... No. No. Storage. That's input, which doesn't make... I don't know what that means then. So this is a way to limit it. So if you turn this off, it's only going to store 100 fertilizer. And I think that's okay, but I want to have a bit more than that. Now, I don't believe you can sell fertilizer to a store because it's like a product that's used to make other products. Yeah, you can't. This is leather. But this is good because we want to start setting up other farms. We want to set up a cotton farm, a carrot farm, an apple farm. And the reason why is because if you look under here, your basic food is, this is grain. This is flour. And then under here, you have a carrot, you have a potato, you have a tomato, you have an apple, you have a pear, you have a grape, you have an herb. So you get 1 happiness from every one of those. And right now, our happiness needs to be 5 to increase. You can get more. I think 5 is just because of what we either have available right now or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I think this is just how it works. So right now, you only need 5 basic foods. But again, we can make we can do farms for everything, and we have to eventually set up. Maybe this will be. I think this might be our farming area because we can start setting up conveyor belts. This is kind of in the way, this iron, but oh well. Setting up conveyor belts coming this way to go to each individual type of farm, and we can have a whale going to each one, and then this will supply all the fertilizer we need by a belt, and we can have a bunch of little farms here. I think that would be a cool thing to do, and so I don't forget that. Oh, I can't do a tailor. I don't have enough stone bricks. Oh yeah, I have 0. Yikes. Okay. I want to set up a farm, and I think how I want to do it is, I don't exactly know. I mean, I think you put it like this. Maybe put 1 there, and then put 1. I don't actually know. Tell you what, this thing is in the way though. I'm gonna put this over here and put this. Maybe do the farms like this, because the belts are gonna come in from the back. This might actually be okay. And then, oops, no, where is the farm? And then maybe we can just do it like that. And then this one here, this can form. Let's see, carrot. And all these are, some of these are more than others, but a carrot's still only worth 1, 1, 1, 1. This is going to be a carrot one. This one is going to be, let's just start at the top. Herb. Now, do these guys take sugar? I don't think they'll take raw sugar. Egg. Oh, it does take sugar. So what we'll do is we'll just start from the top. Let's just do it that way. This is going to be herb. Right? And then this one here is going to be not herb. This one's going to be sugar. And we can just start going down the line, and we can start placing our farm tiles, which should go here, right? And how much fertilizer do we actually have stored up? Ooh, we have a lot. And actually, I do want to put this. I want to put fertilizer into this just for now. I have 124, which is awesome. So what that means is I keep saying basically is I want to put a. That's 12. 15, and then we'll leave these 3 open, and we'll do 3 by 5. That's 30 of each, and then this one can be the same thing. That, and this one can be like this. So that's 30 of each, which isn't tons, but it's still more than nothing. And you go into here, and we're gonna plant, what did I say, herb, and that's just gonna go. Oh, occupy. Excuse me, sorry. Because herb is, oh shoot, that's right. Because herb is actually a bush. Okay, whoops, sorry. How about sugar? Can we do sugar? What? Okay, then I'm very wrong here then. Sorry, guys. So this was a big waste of fertilizer. Okay, well, let's start back at the top. Let's just do this very quickly, and then we will call it an episode. So we want herb here, and these are herb bushes, right? So we're going to go... So that's 15 each. 15 each, which is... I mean, we can make more. So it's 15 each, and then I want to do sugar. And now we're out. Oh, we're out of... Whoa, we're out of coins. I did not see that coming. I guess deleting everything really... Ouch. Okay, well, that's fine. The only thing that costs coin is planting stuff. But anyway, we're going to call an episode here. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode.